How's everybody feeling today?
Yeah.
How many do we have in this audience that want to become a DJ now? Okay, I see a lot of female DJs. That's the trend right now, too. How about on this side? Just one dude on the other side? Two? Okay, three, four, okay, all right. How many of y'all know about the history of DJs? How many of y'all know music very well? Like not just one genre, like all of it. Do you listen to everything? Because in order to be a DJ, what you want to do is learn all the music. You don't want to consider yourself a hip hop DJ. You don't want to be just a techno DJ. You don't want to be just, you know, a specific DJ. You want to be an all well-round DJ. And the reason for that is that way you can secure a lot more money for yourself. Because if I'm only a hip hop DJ and she calls me and says, can I do a wedding but I only need country? And I say I don't do that, I lost some money right there. But if you study music, love it, and it doesn't have to be your favorite genre of music, but as a DJ, what you want to do is study all genres of music. I began as a DJ probably as young as these two gentlemen right here. At a young age, like around 7, 8. And I begged my moms to get me a set. And started practicing the records we had in the house, started learning a lot of different music. So I grew up around everything from hip hop, R&B, disco, rock and roll classics. So I like a lot of classic music and everything as well. But coming up as a DJ, you want to make sure you know your skill set. One thing that's important about DJing is what we call beat matching. So you want the record that you have playing right here to match the next record that you're gonna come on with, whether using turntables, controls, or whatever the case might be. So you want your music to go seamlessly. That's why if you ever listen to the radio DJs and they're doing a mix, you can continuously keep bopping your head to the music because he's bringing the next record on from the next record on, and it's all on time. Because if you got people dancing and you got this one and you don't bring this one in on time, you can mess up everybody's dance steps. Being said, I started off also with these things, right? Anybody know what these are? Turntables. I know the older folk know these are turntables. How about the young kids? Y'all ever seen these before? Yeah? Okay. So you know about this, the art of the turntable. This is where the DJing started, with the art of the turntables. And do you guys know what this is? A record. Okay, we call it vinyl, but yes, it is a record. They hardly use these now anymore today. They're still out there and you still can use them, but the setup is a little bit more easier now with the thing that we have is called a controller, but they all do the same thing. But I started off using vinyl, what we call it, and using records. It's a lot more easier today because the controllers have everything on them to set up for you. So when I was coming up as a DJ, we have this thing in the system now. It's called cue points. Cue points is you finding your favorite parts of the record. So in the computer now, you can set what we call cue points. That means it automatically finds the record for me. When I was growing up, we would literally have to find that one part of the record that we like, and find it over here, and then go back and find it over here. So it was really hard learning how to do that and mastering that style of DJing. Now it's a little bit more easier. And that also, you know, that sharpens your skills and makes a lot makes you a better DJ as well. So how many of you already have equipment? Okay. What do you use?
New mix, right?
Okay. Newmark.
Yeah.
I got one of those too. What do you use?
Me, I use Pioneer.
Controller. Okay. Got you. Anybody else? What do you use?
I look at a Kai Mini Pro.
Okay. So you guys already working on your stuff already? Yeah? Working it out and everything? What do you aspire to do with it as far as a DJ? What do you want to do as a DJ? Not sure. So there's like DJ Echo had explained to us before, there's different variations of DJs. You got DJs that do scratching and tricks and all that type of stuff. You have wedding DJs. That means you go out, you set up a nice system, you do exactly what they want you to do at a wedding. You have a club DJ. That's when probably what you see on TV that you like the most is the club DJ. And he's controlling the crowd, he's fist pumping, he's got everybody up. And that's where all your skills really, I mean, you need skills for everything, but you really need skills to be a club DJ because, like I said earlier, you want to keep the music going so seamlessly that you do not want to lose your crowd and your people dancing. So what do you aspire to be when you grow up as a DJ? What you want to do? Do you know what style you want to do?
I'm trying to
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. My man. He said, all right. Did he say all right then to me? He said, all right then. All right. Well, yeah, that's right, the bedroom DJ. But we all started off at home in the bedroom. You start off at home, and the reason you need to start off at home because you don't want to just buy something and go out and get yourself a party, not knowing what you're doing, mess up, and never get a gig again. So you want to practice. Practice is important. You practice every day. I woke up, if I could skip school to practice this every day, I would, but my mother would break my neck. So I couldn't wait to get home from school to come back home and do my homework and then just practice every day, develop every skill, every trick, know every button. Sound is very important to you. You want your sound to sound right, your speakers, your sound, you don't want things to be too loud, so you gotta also practice sound, hearing, knowing how things are gonna sound as well. So, anybody got any questions about DJ and stuff? Yay, nay, no questions? Practice. You practice. You take that oops, you take that home and say, well, even me, I might have a bad night one night. I mean, we're all human, so it can happen. I may make an error, but I will remember that error that I did, and when I go home the next day, I was like, I remember that was bad, what I did, so let me practice that. Practice makes perfect, or anything you do. Whether it's you want to be a mechanic fixing the car, or DJ, whatever, practice is the key to any of this, especially with this stuff. Practice is the key. So a lot of things you see on TV, do not believe it's that easy. You have to really practice this stuff, whether you use the turntables, controllers, or whatever. No practice, you're not going to get anywhere that far. Any other questions? Okay. See, okay.
When it comes to the music, you download, like, obviously you're not going to download every song in the world.
Right.
So how do you know, like, what?
Well, you know, if you were doing a wedding, that person that you spoke to about the wedding may want some specific songs. So those are the songs you want to download if you don't already have them. But if you're just a DJ that loves music, what I suggest for everybody is you always listen to the radio, no matter what station you listen to, K104, Hot 97, 105.1, listen to hear what they're doing, what records are being played all the time. So if you hear that Beyonce record 4 or 5 times a day, you already know you're gonna need that record in order for you to go out and DJ. Also, check on, go to like Billboard.com. They always give you the top 200 records, pop, hip hop, R&B, whatever that is. Make sure you got those records, because that's, you know, going to be predominantly what you'll be playing wherever you go. So that'll be that. Anybody else? Yes.
Can you make a full-time career out of it? Like, I have a full-time job, I have health insurance, dental insurance. How do you get these now?
Well, good question, but there's ways to do that. Like, I've pretty much made this full-time. Pretty much I have a part-time job because I told myself this is what I want to do, and I want to do this for my livelihood and make this thing happen. So I went from the 40 and 60 hours over the years to just maybe like 2 days a week on a job, but this is it. And they do have things that you can look up, like DJ insurance for yourself. So if you have a company, which I do too, you can get insurance for the people that's in your company, things like healthcare and everything. So it's all there. You can make that happen if that's your dream and goal. Anybody else?
Talking about insurance, when you go to a wedding venue, the place that you're going to work at will usually ask you if you have insurance. So where
And
do
you
get
need
that?
it. You can look up on any sites and just type in DJ insurance. You'll see a list of them come up. You figure out what fits you, how much you want to, how much you want to pay for, because it's different ones. So like if you're doing weddings, venues, decent sizes, you don't want to, put out a lot of money for that, but you just want to make enough to cover the spaces that you'll be doing wedding-wise. But myself, I also do promotions, which means I may rent out a place and I may have an artist come up and sing. So now I'm liable for that artist as well. So I have to take out a bigger insurance. So it all fits in what you're doing. So when you look up DJ insurance, you check out the sites and see which one best fits you. And you can get them for like a year, or even if you're not going to be doing it all the time, you can even get it for 1 day. Like I need insurance for this wedding for 1 day, so you could buy the 1 day insurance. But I always suggest that you just go ahead and just pay for the whole year, because you never know what you're gonna get throughout that year. And you already got it. You don't gotta worry about going to get it again. It's not that expensive. Anybody else? You got one more? Go ahead.
What does it mean when I hear what's a cookie cutter?
Cookie cutter DJ is that DJ that I just talked about that does not practice, and he is pretty much a gimmick. And that's what I was explaining. Sometimes, even on TV, you'll see, and there's a lot of big name DJs, not to throw anybody under the bus, that you see, the fist pumping and the button is this and this and that. They probably have a pre-made mix somewhere hidden under the table somewhere, and they're bouncing around, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He paid somebody to do that mix for him, and he's faking it. So that's your cookie cutter DJ, the guy that doesn't practice, gets a lot of gigs, some way, somehow, with some connections, but he's not that good at all, doesn't practice, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't put the records together, but he may have the top 5, 6 records that this crowd may want to hear, so they'll kind of pleased. They're not happy, but they're pleased. Well, he did play the records that we wanted, and that's it. But you want to be amazing. You want to be great. You want people to go, wow. You want people at the end of your gig to say, can I have a card? Can I get your number? Where can I find you? We're having a party. That's what you want. Don't become cookie cutter.
Anybody else?
You spoke about leaving your card. How do you advertise? What?
For me, I've been doing this all my life, so for me, a lot of mine is word of mouth. But the social media stuff works very well for everybody. Make sure you got yourself a business card wherever you go. You know, I got business cards on me if I'm just going to the post office. I might run into somebody and I might say, hey, I think I've seen you before, I need a card. You're like, so make sure business cards are very important for everything. But yes, your social medias, make sure you post up little videos of yourself so people can kind of see that you're doing something, because, you know, we can do that now, you know. So you do things of that nature, but social media is the way to go for getting discovered for a lot of things.
How do you price for your events?
How do you price for your events? You price by your skills. So, I'll tell you what, for me, coming in, growing up, wanting to do this, I've done a lot of stuff for free. Just so people can hear me and understand what I'm trying to do and see that I have the skill to do it, and I'll work my way up. So eventually you'll start getting a little bit of money. And then as it goes on and you keep doing it and you get better and better, now you can say, call my manager. You know, call my manager. I'm not even discussing prices with you. Or, you know, you have a set price, you know, and you'll get paid for it because people, they'll want you. You gotta be wanted, basically. So that's it. That's my time. I hope I explained what I could to y'all.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Oh.
You gotta let them know how it's done with the vinyl.
Oh,
you gotta let them know,
you
because
want to hear a little vinyl.
it's all shiny. I see lights up there. Everyone likes lights, right? I know I like lights.
I know you like lights.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen you playing with this when I was outside.
There you go. So you gotta show them how it's done, man.
All right, so this is called turntablism, basically. This is how I started with the turntables and the records.
So real quick, if you guys want to get a closer look, you guys can walk up there to the stage
Sure.
where he's at. If you guys want to walk up and see what the vinyl part of it is, you guys can go ahead and do that. Don't be scared. You don't bite.
Sure. All right. So now the difference, you said you had the controller, right? Okay, see, so right here, this is basically what you have, right? Everything is there for you. With this is called a needle. The players before, right? So you gotta have the needle, you gotta set your needles up, and you're doing everything pretty much manually. It's almost the same. We have the start, stop button, put that on, hit that. You get your program, your Serato, you find your record. So let's say we're gonna go into this category and play something before. And do you younger DJs, you know about Serato as well? Is that what you use? Okay. Awesome. All right. And vinyl, by the way, also has a better quality sound than MP3s or CDs or whatever, because those things are compressed. And when it's compressed, you only get one sound, and it's hard to kind of turn that sound up. You can't anymore because it's already compressed. So that's what that is. So vinyl has a totally different sound and sounds a lot better. Carry those crates into nightclubs and whatever the case might be. All right, let me find a good record for you guys. All right, little Ed Sheeran for you.
And this thing, it's the mixer. You guys have that all combined. But on here, you still have your 2 points, just like you would on your control. You see what I'm saying? So that's my first 2 point.
Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, that's all me. Just know if you want her.